In this video, we are going to discuss about the basics of polar plot. Polar plot is also called as the Nyquist plot, or we can say that the Nyquist plot is the continuation of polar plot for finding the stability of the closed loop system by varying omega from minus infinity to plus infinity. But in polar plot, omega varies from 0 to infinity. So it is also the frequency response analysis method. So polar plot is the plot of the magnitude of the transfer function versus phase angle of the transfer function as the angular frequency varies from 0 to infinity. Polar plot captures the system behavior over the entire frequency range in a single plot, unlike Bode plot which uses two plots to represent the system behavior. In polar plot, the transfer function need not be converted to time constant form. So these two are considered as the advantage of the polar plot over the Bode plot. But the disadvantage is that the impact of individual component of the open loop transfer function is not known in the polar plot. In polar plot, the positive phase angle is measured in anti-clockwise direction. That means from here 0, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree. And whereas the negative phase angle is measured in clockwise direction 0, minus 90, minus 180, minus 270 degree. From polar plot, the minimum phase system is easily identified. What is this minimum phase system? When the system is stable and causal, we call that system as the minimum phase system. So when the system will be stable, when all poles and zeros lie on the left half of S-plane, we call that system as a stable system. We have to follow some procedure to draw the polar plot. For the given transfer function g of s, the first step is to substitute s equal to j omega to get g of j omega. Then find the expression of magnitude of g of j omega and the phase angle of g of j omega. Then find the initial magnitude and phase of the transfer function g of j omega by substituting omega equal to 0. Now find the final magnitude and phase of the transfer function g of j omega by substituting omega equal to infinity. Now separate the real and imaginary part of g of j omega and equate both individually to 0 to find the intersection. If you equate imaginary part of g of j omega to 0, you will get the plot where it crosses the real axis. And if you equate real part of g of j omega to 0, you will get the plot which crosses the imaginary axis. Now tabulate the various values of magnitude and phase angle for different value of omega ranging from 0 to infinity and plot all the coordinates in polar graph sheet and join the coordinates by the smooth curve. How we can find the starting and ending direction of the plot? To find the starting direction of the plot, see the finite poles and zeros which lie on the left half plane of the S-plane. If finite pole is near to imaginary axis, then the starting direction will be clockwise, and if the finite zero is near to imaginary axis, then the starting direction will be anti-clockwise. To find the ending direction, if phi of omega equal to 0 minus phi of omega equal to infinity is positive, then the ending direction will be clockwise, and if phi of omega equal to 0 minus phi of omega equal to infinity is negative, then the ending direction will be anti-clockwise. For example, consider the given transfer function g of s equal to 1 by s plus 1. How we can find the starting and ending direction for this transfer function? Now put s equal to j omega. So g of j omega will be equal to 1 by 1 plus j omega. So the magnitude of this transfer function is nothing but 1 by 1 plus omega square, and the phase angle of this transfer function is minus tan inverse of omega. Now put omega equal to 0 and omega equal to infinity to find the magnitude and phase angle. So at omega equal to 0, the magnitude is equal to 1 and the phase angle is equal to 0. At omega equal to infinity, the magnitude is equal to 0 and the phase angle is equal to minus 90 degree. To To find the starting direction, we have to check where the pole locates. So in the given example, there is only one pole which is near to the imaginary axis. So the direction will be the clockwise direction. If we check with the phase angle, the difference between the phase angle at omega equal to 0 and omega equal to infinity is positive. So the ending direction is also the clockwise direction. So this is how the plot will look like. To do the stability analysis, first we have to check the characteristic equation. The characteristic equation is generally given as 1 plus g of s h of s equal to 0. Here h of s is the feedback of the system. We consider unity feedback system, so h of s will be equal to 1. Therefore, the characteristic equation is 1 plus g of s equal to 0. So g of s will be equal to minus 1 plus 0g. This minus 1 we call it as a critical point. When you take the magnitude, you will get 1, and when you take the phase angle, you will get the 180 degree. The frequency at which the gain of the system is equal to 1 is called the gain crossover frequency, and the frequency at which the phase of the system is 180 degree is called the phase crossover frequency. By finding these two values, we are going to analyze the stability of the system. Consider three plots which start at infinity and end at 0. So the direction of the plot is the clockwise direction. This is the unit circle. The point which intersects at the unit circle is called as the gain crossover frequency, and the point which intersects at the 180 degree phase angle is called as the phase crossover frequency. So for the first plot, this is the gain crossover frequency and this is the phase crossover frequency. For the second plot, both are at the same position. For the third plot, this is the phase crossover frequency and this one is the gain crossover frequency. We know that for the stable system, omega Pc should be greater than omega Gc. Just see the first plot. The direction is the clockwise direction. So the frequency at which omega Gc is lesser than the omega Pc. So this plot number 1 is a stable system plot. For the unstable system, omega Pc should be lesser than omega Gc. So see in the third plot, this omega Pc is lesser when compared with omega Gc. And for marginally stable system, that omega Pc will be equal to omega Gc. See the second plot here, the omega Pc is equal to omega Gc. So according to the definitions, the plot 1 is the stable system and plot 2 is the marginally stable system and plot 3 is the unstable system. We can do the stability analysis using gain margin and phase margin. So what is gain margin? It is the amount of magnitude variation at phase crossover frequency, and the phase margin is nothing but amount of phase variation at the gain crossover frequency. So the expression of gain margin is nothing but 20 log of 1 by magnitude of g of j omega at omega equal to omega Pc. So for the stable system, this magnitude of g of j omega is less than 1. So this gain margin is positive. And for the stable system, the phase angle will be less than 180 degree. So the phase margin is positive. So the condition for the stable system is the gain margin should be positive and the phase margin should be positive. For marginally stable system, the magnitude of g of j omega is equal to 1. So the gain margin will be equal to 0 and the angle of g of j omega will be equal to minus 180 degrees. So phase margin is also equal to 0. So the condition for the marginally stable system is phase margin is equal to 0 and the gain margin is equal to 0. For unstable system, the magnitude of g of j omega is greater than 1 and the phase angle of g of j omega is greater than 180 degree. So when we substitute in the formula, the gain margin will be negative and the phase margin will be negative. So the condition for the unstable system is gain margin should be negative and the phase margin should be negative. These are some typical sketches of polar plot for the type 0 and order 1 system. So how we can find the type of the system and order of the system? So the number of pole at origin define the type of the system and the order of S defines the order of the system. So for example, the given G of S is equal to 1 by 1 plus S. Here the number of pole at origin is equal to 0 and the order of S is equal to 1. So this is the type 0 and order 1 system. So when you take the magnitude of G of j omega, it will be 1 by root of 1 plus omega square. When you take the angle of G of j omega, it is equal to minus tan inverse of omega. So when we substitute omega equal to 0, G of j omega is equal to 1, angle is 0 degree, and when we substitute omega equal to infinity, G of j omega equal to 0, angle is minus 90 degree. So this is the plot of the type 0 order 1 system. So omega equal to 0 to omega equal to infinity, and the angle is at minus 90 degree. So this is the example of type 1 order 2 system. So at omega equal to 0, the magnitude is at infinity, and at omega equal to infinity, the magnitude is 0. So the angle of the plot starts from minus 90 degree and end at 180 degree. This is an example of type 0 order 2 system. So when you compare with type 0 order 1 system, it has a shift of minus 90 degree. The plot shift at minus 90 degree. This is an example of type 0 order 3 system. When you compare with type 0 order 2 system, the plot shift at minus 90 degree. See the variation of shifting of plot between the type of the system and the order of the system. This is the example of type 1 order 3 system. So at omega equal to 0, the magnitude is at infinity, and at omega equal to infinity, the magnitude is 0. So the angle of the plot starts from minus 90 degree and ends at minus 270 degree. See the shifting of the plot. This is the example of type 2 order 4 system. So at omega equal to 0, the magnitude is at infinity, and when omega equal to infinity, the magnitude is equal to 0. So the angle of the plot starts from 180 degree, minus 180 degree, and ends at 360 degree. From the typical sketches of the polar plot, it is inferred that when a pole is added to a system, that means when the order of the system increases, the polar plot end point will shift by minus 90 degree. So we can analyze the polar plot by adding zeros to the system. It will be concluded that when a zero is added to the system, the polar plot end point will shift by 90 degree. Thank you.